Staying organized is not easy, so I'd like to help you find some useful productivity apps that will make a difference to your everyday. I'll try them out so you don't have to, and I've split this into a series of free videos covering apps that help with organization, workflow, and mindfulness. I want to try and find some hidden gems today that maybe you haven't heard of before. Let's jump in first with apps for organization. Structured is a daily planner app, and it has a really sleek visual feel. It seems to be a good one-stop option to visually see all of the tasks that you have all in one place. It claims to be a daily planner, a to-do list, focus timer, calendar, journal, and habit planner. It takes you through some initial setup screens to get you started. I'll set my wake-up alarm, and when I usually sleep, allow notifications, and we are in. So let's add a new task, set a time for my task, how long it'll take roughly, color code, of course. And looks like you can manage your alerts per task and add subtasks too. This is a handy place to store your to-do checklists. So the app will prompt you to begin your task at whatever time you've set, and this bar to the left slowly fills up as time elapses. If we jump in a little deeper, let's go to settings to see our options. Let's check out details of their pro version while we're here. Only £2.99 a month. That's really not terrible in comparison to some other apps out there actually. With that, you unlock recurring tasks. You can import calendars and reminders, cosmetic icons, advanced notifications, whatever that means, and you get access to their AI assistant. The yearly option works out even cheaper over time as well. Not bad for something that I'd use exhaustively every single day. And there's a lot of other apps out there that charge a lot more for a lot less. When I've researched this app and others in the same space, in the same vein, a lot of the feedback that I've seen across reviews on Android and iOS in particular, and across Reddit too, is that a strong visual daily planner really helps those who have ADHD or similar. So that's another really big plus with Structured. What struck me about this app is that they've really focused on accessibility. Another example here is that you have the option to change the font to help users with dyslexia. And I haven't seen that option in any other app unless I've missed it somewhere. Elsewhere in the settings, you can personalize the entire design of the app to your liking, throw on that dark mode. Another nice personalization feature is a choice of app icons, love that. I also came across this beta feature called Energy Monitor. It seems to allow you to set values on how much energy a certain task takes up so you can allocate energy points throughout your day. I did try this out, but it seemed to bug out the app for me. I'm not sure it would be something that I'd add onto my existing task lists personally anyway. Perhaps a feature that others might enjoy and something they'll expand on in the future, but for now I've turned off this beta feature. So that is the Structured app all in all. I'm really impressed. Let's take a look at the pros and the cons. The biggest pro is the really decent price as an all-rounder daily planner app. It's visually designed to be simple and sleek, so points on the design. And the third big pro, I think for me, is accessibility. The only cons I came across was the bug when trialing the beta feature. It crashed the app and left this weird ghost icon on my home screen. Hold off on the beta feature if you're willing to spend £2.99 a month. Really great option as a daily planner app. Let's move on to the next one. Next up is an app called Tiimo. Tiimo is a visual daily planner tailored to neurodiversity. The visuals of Tiimo are really striking, colourful but still sleek and simple, and gives you a sense of achievement when your tasks are completed. On first arrival, Tiimo gets to know a little bit more about you. You do have to sign up before you get started here, which I'm happy to do to show you guys. Okay, so £36 per year or £9 a month. So pretty high price bracket. But before we get disheartened on the price side of things, let's see what it can do first. Looking at the access to features, you'll definitely need to pay to make the most out of Tiimo. The free version doesn't allow you to import your calendar, make checklists, personalize the app, use widgets, or even just take notes. So that's a lot of features just locked off straight off the bat. The paid version looks like it also allows you to create profiles for up to 5 people, which isn't too bad, so perhaps that justifies the price a bit more for some people. Let's plan our first task, and cool, we get some nice confetti for completing our first task. Now it's highlighting their in-app AI assistance tool, so let's check that out real quick. It's generating a to-do list it thinks we might need in relation to the task title. One thing I like about Tiimo is the widget feature that you can add to your own home screen. Having a widget in my face rather than a sea of apps is way more productive for me. And on top of the widget feature, they also have a watch app as well, which is a big selling point for me. So there's a lot of content generated by Tiimo under Tiimo Learn. They also have a podcast, which I thought was a really great touch. The sessions seem to be paid for, but there's a lot of content they have which is free too. Obviously, you can choose how much you dip into the additional things, the webinars, the sessions, the lessons, but I think they provide some really great resources for the neurodiverse community to have. Back to task setting. You can set your tasks for any time during the day or at specific times, so you're prompted to start them. They have an in-app radio filled with themed music, which is a really nice touch. The customization options are great too. You can change the look and the feel of the app to how you want it. Let's weigh up the pros and cons. One of the big pros for me is that it has a smartwatch app. The community and additional content, which is optional, is a big plus, I think, particularly the free content, which seems to be mostly podcasts. Another pro is that it has been built to benefit those with ADHD specifically, and the widgets that you can add to your home screen, big pro. Let's talk about the cons. Higher price a month. A lot of key features are completely locked off in the free version, like just adding your calendars, making notes, a lot of things that you can't get around. I guess on first arrival, for me, it maybe felt a little bit bloaty in places. There was a lot to take in, but ultimately, once you're through all of the kind of setups and the tutorials, getting started screens, the experience does get a lot sleeker. Overall, another great option as a visual daily planner. Check it out. Next on our list is an app called Water Do. It comes from a developer called Seek Our Tech. Their apps have been an unusually really great find. Water Do has a simple to-do list concept, which is gamified by popping bubbles. The more bubbles popped and tasks completed, the more chests you open to find keys and gems to build stuff on a virtual island. It was the popping bubbles visual over the just boring old checklist feature that really stood out to me and pulled me in. It's not as rich with features as the other apps we've mentioned so far. It's very specific in that it is an app for to-do lists alone. You do need to sign in to access the app, and immediately you're met with the price of the premium. Before we decide on the price, I started a free trial so I could walk you through some of its features today. You can set daily, weekly, or monthly tasks. I did find some features were locked off to me in the free trial, so for now I just set up some dailies. Within your bubble, you can build to-do lists centered around your task and tick them off as you go. When you've completed your task, you pop the bubbles. You just pop them. And this is where the gamified side comes in. We've popped a certain amount of bubbles, so we get to open a chest, which gives us some gems and items that we can use to develop different aspects of a very cute little virtual island. I can see a visual gamified feature like this being attractive to some, as it offers a sense of accomplishment and it also looks really cute. You can also screenshot your island to share your progress outside of the app. Let's weigh up the pros and cons. The design is really cute, really beautiful. It's simplistic and it's fun. And the last pro is they have a charitable arm to what they do as well. All of the details can be found within their app. It's one of the things that struck me most about Seek Our Tech's existing apps. Not only are they developing apps to help you make changes in your day-to-day, but some of the features that they bake into their apps are making big changes around the world. I love that. Now, some of the cons. In terms of functionality, the book kind of stops with to-do lists with this one. However, it's clean in that it's not trying to be too many things. It's a focused app for to-do lists alone, so I get that. So, quick question. Did you subscribe yet? If not, do it now real quick. I love making videos covering all things music, tech, and creativity. So in part 2, we're covering productivity apps that assist you with your workflow. Check that video out next, and be sure to hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in part 2.